Hi Feltube, welcome back. This is Jeannie and I'm here to show a big finish, show the finish of the second Bucilla stocking that I have made. And I made this one for my grandbaby and it will be ready for her for this Christmas. So the kit that I chose, she loves cats, and so the kit that I chose was the Bucilla, the Pawwfect gift. And this is what the front cover looks like. The back has the floss key and the stitches on it, and this is like made out of cardstock. But anyway, this is what the stocking was supposed to look like when it was done. And so I just want to show you my finish and some of the changes that I made to it, and also what I thought of the kit. So let me tell you guys, I really, really find these kits satisfying. The end result is, I mean, the picture's really cute, but the end result is so great. And I also found that they are also really, really forgiving. I've been a cross stitcher for a long time, but I'm relatively new to embroidery. And I have found that these kits, and there are some that are more complicated than others, but I feel like these kits are a really good way to learn some other stitches, and also very forgiving if you don't do them perfectly. So mine is in no way perfect, but I think the result looks really good. So let me show you my stocking. So here it is, and I will just start at the top. And we can work our way down. A few changes that I made, not too many, but I did just starting at the top. I did do the name tag is separate on this, and instead of doing the instructions asked you to make cording to hang the tag from, and I ended up using the leftover beads. So I used a couple strands of the floss. And then because this has candy canes on it, I just made a beaded hanger with the clear and red beads. And I think that looks really cute. And it also gives kind of some nice weight to it. So that's what I did. I also added a few little sequins and a little holly to the name tag there. And the name tag's not perfect. It actually came out a little bit crooked. It didn't look crooked when I was stitching it, but of course, you know, when I was done with it, it's a little bit crooked, but I think it's going to be fine. Some other things that I did along the way as we kind of moved down the stocking is I did use some metallic floss in these baubles. It called for just a gold cotton floss, and that was not in the kit. I added it in, and I really like the way that looks. I didn't end up doing it on the star because the lengths, these are straight stitches, and the lengths are so long that I didn't think I could make them tight enough. But for these little lengths on the baubles, it was fine. I also used pipe cleaners or chenille stems inside the, you do these candy canes separately and then sew them onto the tree, and I used, instead of using traditional polyfill stuffing, I used a pipe cleaner. And so that was something else that I changed a little bit. As we move down the stocking, I think all of this is as charted. It tells you to use stuffing, and I did use stuffing. I tried not to overstuff anything. Anybody that I've watched that are very you know, have a lot of experience with these kits have said don't overstuff things. So I tried not to. Kind of wish I would have stuffed the tree a little bit more, but it's fine. I think it's absolutely fine. And it will, you know, hold up and everything. Another thing that I changed down here is this ball of yarn actually wanted you to make a bunch of cording and then use like a couching technique to sort of tack the light green stitching onto the ball of yarn. And I didn't I just didn't want to do that. I didn't want to make that much cording, and I was worried I wouldn't have enough floss. And I also didn't think it would look as good or be as secure. So I just did outline stitching instead of that. And then I did make the cording for the loose yarn if you're will. And I think it looks fine. I think you can still tell what it is. And I feel like it's because those are all individual stitches. It's nice and secure. So that was something else that I changed. I think that might be it for the front. I didn't, like I said, I didn't go too crazy in changing anything else. I used all of the kit materials besides that metallic floss. And then the other thing that I did is I lined the stocking. And I got this tip. I just lined it with white felt. And I got that tip from, if you want to see someone who does lots of good tutorials on felt kits, her name is Jennifer Good, and that's the name of her YouTube channel. And so I did that, and really, because basically you just work on this blue layer of the stocking, and so all your stitches are, the backs of your stitches are exposed on the inside. And so I really like putting a lining on because it just protects the stitches from catching on the items that you're going to put inside here, that sort of thing, for years to come. People also have made like fabric liners to go in, and so there's lots of different ways to do it. I just used felt, and then and then I put the back on, and I think I said in my last video I might do a red backing, and I almost did, except for the white felt that I had felt a little bit thicker than the red felt that I had, and that was something that you need to do. If you're going to put a lining in it that doesn't come with a kit, you need to add that separately. And I just wanted to make sure that it was as sturdy as possible. So I did, I ended up going with the white instead of the red, just because it was a little bit of thicker felt. So, but anyway, but they're nice and substantial, especially with the 3 layers. You can see, it's an 18-inch stocking, so there's lots of room to put goodies in, all the way down to the toe. And yeah, so what did I think of this kit? Like I said, I really enjoyed it. It's so 3D and fun and sparkly. I do think that this one, the first one I made, I wish I had it out. We haven't gotten our Christmas decorations out yet, but I made the kitty treat stocking. It's shaped like a fish, and I made it for my cats, and that was the first one I did, and that one was probably one of the most simple stockings that you can do. They actually have one for dogs too, that's shaped like a bone, but I did, of course, the cat one because I'm a crazy cat lady. But yeah, and then this one I thought would be a lot more complicated, but really it's not. This has about 65 steps to it, which it isn't bad. I mean, some of these kits can have, 150 steps or 150 pieces. So really, I feel like this one, even though it looks, they're busy, that it looks complicated. It doesn't look complicated, but I mean, this one I think is very beginner friendly. There's only, what is there? Straight stitch. There's outline stitch and satin stitch, I think, and a couple of French knots. Those are the only stitches that are in this, so it's not too complicated. There you make cording as well, and this might be the first time I made cording, but it was very easy. So anyway, but yeah, so I would say that this one is very beginner friendly. There's not too many steps, and it's not too complicated to put together. I guess one of the things I will tell you as you work on these is, Bucilla will tell you, the instructions will tell you step by step what to do, and I did alter the order of the steps for a few things. Like, for instance, it had you building this brown kitty and tacking that on before you did the star at the top of the tree. But when I was working on it, I was like, well, it won't matter. It won't. Sometimes the order of the instructions sort of affect the next step, but sometimes they don't. And so when they don't, when you can sort of look ahead a few steps and you're like, well, if I go ahead and do the star on the tree, and I think I built this little candy cane that the cat is holding. I went ahead, those were steps after building the cat, but I went ahead and did them first. And it didn't matter in the steps of things. But for instance, one of the places where it would count is, let's say you decided you wanted to try to do this box before you finish the tree, then because the box pieces go on top of the tree, that would affect the order of things. So, but you can get pretty good at sort of figuring that out and altering the order of things should you want to. But if you just follow the instructions, you should be fine as well. So anyway, so that is my my Pawwfect gift stocking. I'm just thrilled with it. I'm so happy I got it done. A big finish for me. So happy I got it done before Christmas, because that was the plan. And today is, I think, December 8th. So I'm so happy to have that done. I think I did say this in my last video, but my next stocking will be this one, the Rocket Ship Santa, and this will be for my son-in-law. So I will start that one probably in July of this year. I started this one, or I'm sorry, July of next year. I started this one in July of this year, 2024, kind of as a Christmas in July start. Again, with the hopes of giving myself 6 months really to get it done. And that didn't seem to be any problem. And I didn't work on this every single day, but I had, periods of time where I would say, okay, today I'm going to finish the background of the stocking, or today I'm going to finish the tree, whatever it was that I was working on. So I did have a bit of a game plan, nothing too formal, but I did have a bit of a game plan. So, so there it is, you guys, my Pawwfect gift. And I just want to encourage anybody who is thinking about trying one of these, but you've been a little intimidated, because they're busy, and they are really impressive when you look at them. But really, if you take them step by step, you can do it. So I would encourage you, even if you don't have a ton of embroidery or sewing skills. Like I said, I was just basically a cross stitcher and can do like a straight stitch on a sewing machine, and that's about my skill level. So so anyway, oh, and here's pistachio. Looking at that, probably gonna try to bite it. No biting it, kitty. That was a lot of work. They are a labor of love. There's lots of steps to it. Lots of cutting and sewing, but they are super duper sparkly and super fun. So I would encourage anybody who's interested or has thought about trying one of these, go for it. And if you like cats, this one is this one, along with the dog and cat ones, the kitty treat or puppy treat ones, they are very, very good ones for your first ones, because not too many steps. So anyway, so I hope you're having a great day. Hope you're getting ready for the holidays, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Happy stitching. Bye.